Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, welcome to Try Not to Grin. All right, so okay. So for the first time in a long time, I think I'm gonna have to start uploading more than just one video a day, because, well, right now, what do you call it? Something very important is happening this week, so that I basically am devoting time to that. So I have a very finite amount of time to do something else. Out of all the videos we could make, this is sometimes the simplest, but also the ones that bring me the most joy. So there just happens to be an innate, just crazy amount of them. There are certain times when I really like playing Let It Die. Then I'll be like, oh, I made 7 videos in 1 week, just non-stop, bang bang bang, right? And then there's other times where you go through things where you're like, you know what, I just kind of want to vent and pick my brain about the world and, talk about the books that I'm reading or something. So then that happens, and I make 4 or 5 videos on that. But right now, I just feel so mentally blech that this is just nothing but fire kindling. So it wakes me up and makes me happy and jolly and all these things. So basically what I'm saying is there's more coming of Try Not to Grins, because yes, I blame you guys for just continuously uploading fantastic and goofy things. Although I will say, I have not uploaded the video where I just got real out of nowhere, and I'm debating even still about going back and just editing that out of the video, although it would make it, I think, 10 minutes or 7 minutes long, something crazy. So yeah, also, that's just what you get here. Sometimes you get just a smooth, fun ride. Other times you're like, oh shit, what happened? And I'm like, I don't know, it's my brain, I'm sorry. What I do know, guys, people, you're great. Thank you for putting out with me. Let us jump into it. Also, one of the things that you guys have also said is that to don't feel weird about uploading 2 of these, because not only are they not as long as my other content, but that it's meme stuff, so the closer to when it actually is relevant, the better, which I can agree with. But also, I have to make sure their days are covered, so I'm not just oh god, I have to make, edit, tag everything in a video in 1 hour, and I'm like, kill me. I can't, it's impossible. It'll just be being what's up, bye. That's it. Basically, I'm trying to come up with a better system, but right now, the fuel that is powering said system is different. It's it's not the kind of gaming jolt that I sometimes get where I'm oh, I want to play Warframe, and I made 7 videos of Warframe because I loved that so much that week. Whereas, unfortunately, this week, the fuel isn't there. The fuel for me to want to play games is just kind of blah, a little bit. So I'm sorry for that, and be patient with me. Back to the memes. You thought it was over? Oh no, it's said differently. You thought it was over? Here's Pikachu with honestly, Pikachu with Sonic's eyes is fine. I don't see the negative in it at all. However, I do see the negative in Sonic having little creepy dot eyes. Also, made with pride on the bottom corner. I mean, honestly, solid photoshopping. Also, good job, Fluff. Anything that has hair, I just associate. It's Fluff. Boom. Boom. Anyways. Oh, Casper. Casper says, some wholesome memes. Scroll up. Some wholesome memes to counter the next one. Yes, that's why we scrolled up. I don't know if it's too much or too little. I don't know. In this briefcase, I carry actual scientific facts. The person reading this is oh, ha! This is one of Fluff's things. Fluff always uploads these memes where you're well, I feel like kind of a dumb idiot, but also, oh, why, thank you. Oh, jeez. But then the next one, oh, jeez. Restraining order. This order hereby declares that depression is not to be allowed within 15 feet of this person reading this. This is very sweet too. What do you mean? What do you mean? What was the comment? I misread it. Some wholesome memes to counter the next one. This is also a wholesome meme. This one just comes across as creepy as fuck. I don't know why. It looks human enough to be weird. Sorry. Sometimes it's good to just stop and smell the flowers. Not like a freak like that. that guy's 7 different kinds of creepy, okay? Looks too content and calm. Ugh. Shout out to our boy, I've seen this. Shout out to our boy, Steve, who stood in a green screen. Oh, my back. Who stood in a green screen running around, just being a psychopath, talking to invisible creatures, all so that we could have entertainment as kids. Guys, I don't want to do this to you, but I've talked about this before, so forgive me if I'm just like a broken record. Also, this shirt's on the verge of not fitting anymore, and it just feels gross. Anyways, I can't relate to these too much because for me, my whole childhood was like super, like we lived on an acreage when I was a kid. We spent like the whole time what do you call it, dirt baking. Like I had a three-wheeler. I'm thinking like I'm a Canadian hillbilly, but yeah, we had a three-wheeler. We would do crazy stuff, and then somewhere along the line I was on a four-wheeler with my brother when we were like 6 or something, and it fell on both of us, and it was a traumatic experience because we got pinned in there, and it was terrifying, and I don't want to go into it, but anyways, it struck the fear of God in me to where now I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I want to live. Why would I do something that's absurdly dangerous? Anyways, all the way through all my life, I basically never really dug in too much to TV shows, media, and stuff like that, video games even. Like I played the odd one here or there, but I also had my hands, which it's very hard to use a controller, I thought. Basically, I built up a wall to basically be like, I can't play video games because my hands can't really do it well. So then I'd always just watch my brothers play the games or watch Let's Plays when that was starting to happen. I think the first Let's Play I watched was DSP's BioShock playthrough. I loved it to pieces. But anyways, basically what I'm getting at is my childhood is very much me like outdoorsy, like running through the cul-de-sac with your friends and like going biking and stuff like that. But now in my adult life, maybe because I was suppressed so much about like certain shows, now I watch everything. I went 180 like so hard to where I had this kind of like super like outdoorsy kind of childhood life to where now I'm like, well, I've experienced what that is. It's pretty fun. But dude, anime, video games. I went back and watched a cartoon show. What is it called? It's called something. I don't know. It's like Star versus the World or something. I don't know what it is. But I watched a season of it and I was like, this is nice. Anyway, but sure, shout out to the people that made children's television that didn't turn out to be like creepy people. Although there wasn't that one thing where like the guy who plays the really creepy guy he's like a mime. He like magics things into Pee-wee Herman. He like jerked off at like a porn theater though, so like he was, yeah, it's like a weird, like if you're gonna do it anywhere, that kind of makes sense. But anyways, he was given like some sort of charge as a sexual offender or something, I don't know. Regardless, lonely, cross that out, is lovely. Okay, so is this a barrage? So I'm because of the statement made by Casper, the friendly goddamn ghost. I'm expecting just nightmare shit after a certain point. Okay, is this where it starts? Me being choked to death. Murderer, stop. Murderer, stop humping me. Okay. All right, so Casper is now our resident BDSM individual, which is, just our community, ever growing and accepting and loving, but oh boy howdy, are we creating quite the misfit group. We got Fluff, who's a furry. We got Nub, who's a lovely degenerate who plays so many sex games. We got Carthage, who likes monster females. It's like an anime genre, I think. I'm kind of, just by conversations I've had with him, I feel like that's maybe accurate. And we got BT, who's just really into Destiny. We're getting a little less lewd. And then we got, of course, Casper, the friendly fucking ghost that wants to be choked. Okay. Honestly, I would have it no other way. This sounds like just a crazy story. And more. Oh God, are you okay? Yeah, I'm great. But you're being choked by garbage. I like, okay. I feel like it's just like coming out of my mouth. I feel like I have too innocent of eyes to utter it, of course. Except I have like the darkest shade of black of eyes. Of like brown, so it just looks like I have black eyes. But anyways, what is this? What is I am ugly. Objectively speaking, you are gorgeous, but I don't feel gorgeous. Facts. Do not care about your feelings. I wouldn't. It was like aggressive. I felt like an army sergeant yelling at me that I'm beautiful and lovely, and I'm like, I don't. It's conflicting emotions because of just the intensity. But thank you, but thank you. Oh, mother of God. Oh, so is that a good place for it? Kind of ominous. Is that a skull? Maybe. I don't know. Then again, like I got a bad problem where when I'm relaxing, my body just decides to be like, you know what? Fuck it. My leg's gonna be here right now. I'm just gonna set it here, and I'm gonna be watching the show, and I'll be the most comfortable I've ever been. But it also means I slouch. So if I were to stand up straight, the shot makes sense. So when I center the shot, it made sense. But then I'm like, I like melt down into some sort of creep, and that's why. And that's why it looks like it's offset. Also, I have to lean into the microphone. I don't. I just do it because I feel like this is you guys. So I'm like, hey bud. If I'm like, what's up, dude? It just seems weird. But if I'm like, what's up, my guy? I feel like it's a little bit more creepy, I guess. I don't know. When I'm talking to my real life friends, I just ghost behind them and I'm like, what's up, my friend? And then they freak out. That's actually a really weird skill that I have. I can get the drop on anybody, unintentionally, mind you. It's just like I'm boom, I'm there, and they're like, oh fuck, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't make noise. Whew, reset. Okay. When your ADHD is acting up while you're trying to read, so you have to read the same paragraph 5 times to actually absorb anything. Let me read. Let me read. I said it backwards. Yeah, this is weird because this is way more akin to me. Because I've talked to you guys about it on stream, but basically when I like the reason why school was really hard for me is because when I was reading a page or a book, not only did the words like blend into each other a bit, like they'd start to like jump and I'd always lose my place wherever I was, but also this, I felt like in order for me to read something, I had to read like 7 times, memorize something, or even just get it in my head, I had to memorize it like 7 times. But the only like counter to that was stories. Like I think in high school eventually, or not even in high school, in any medium or any grade line, whenever we read a book, I was the first one to have my hand up like, oh, that happened, and the teacher asked, okay, well, what happened here? And I'm like, this happened. And I always retained stories like perfectly, like reciting it word for word. But when it came to things like math or anything like that, or like social studies, where I couldn't like invest myself or like care, it just like my brain was like, fuck this, it's gone. And I'm like, I'm so sorry brain, or teachers and etc. Crossover meme. Doc Mitchell, you're awake. How about that? Honestly, if it was made by Obsidian, man, if only Obsidian and Bethesda could work together, that'd be so dope, man. That's the thing though. Then again, Obsidian kind of proved that like yeah, like with the Outer Worlds, that like the only thing the Outer Worlds is missing is like if Obsidian had a little bit more of a budget, and then I think they would be smooth sailing, honestly. But then again, I think Obsidian at this point has like more or just as many developers as Bethesda working on games. That's insane. And also awesome. And what did this? This exactly like that. When you see a funny meme and you be like, I don't do that. I just exhale because I got a bad nose. Like right now. Oh God. Maybe it's allergies, but no air is like air fights me when trying to go through my nose. No good. But also solid. Carthage says, new adventure. Let's go. Hey. I thought it's listen. I thought that's what that stupid little sprite thing happened. I never got to play this game either. I played Jack and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank. That was my childhood. Unfortunately not Link. Which again, I hear the games are great, but I miss the bandwagon on that for sure. Anyways, first enemy, let's get him! Stabs through stomach. Welcome to Dark Souls, bitch. Wouldn't that be a great thing though? If that'd be a cool thing for a story of like an adventurer or like a hero that goes like place to place and like he constantly kicks ass, but then he gets to one realm where it's like a Dark Souls realm and he has to cope with that about like dying and feeling pain and then coming back. Or even that would be cool for a game. That'd be so cool for a game of like, what if you were playing Dark Souls and your character like had some sort of communication with you, like broke the 3rd or 4th wall and was like, please, can we just prepare like a little more? I don't think we're ready for this area. We should go back and grind. And then he dies and he's like, I fucking hate you, as he crumbles to the ground. That would be solid. I bet it would get old, but also charming for a good couple hours, I think. When you're ready for Christmas, but not quite done with Halloween. Oh, I didn't see the blood. That makes it a whole new thing. It was adorable until, you know, blood and getting mauled. Although I don't understand. Is this like a realm where where the tiny snowmen eat other snowmen to gain strength and or become bigger and stronger? In that case, this would make sense. Regardless, I love this, but I don't have the emotional energy to express it right now. Me, when I go on Facebook and see a girl crying about her ex. We post memes here, sir. How dare you get out of this realm? Fair enough. Even with Squidward's demeanor, it feels right the way you said it. Awkward people are really hadada. They stumble, apologize, no obscure facts, and say all the wrong things. Just trying to sell myself here. In reality, yikes. But also, hi. Oh, hi. I'm having a great time. Everyone may not be enjoying themselves right now, but hey, thank you for indulging me a little bit. Oh, my chest. Okay. See, even after like laughing my head off, I'm still like stuck. I talked about it in a video that I made today about Outer Worlds, but I'm basically stuck in this hibernation state. Like, you guys know when sometimes you wake up and you're like, what the hell happened? I feel like I'm super awake, but then you wake up, you kind of like dissolve off of your bed like a slime, and you're like, ugh. And then you're like, oh, you have your coffee, you have your food, and then you're sitting there 4 hours later like, what is happening? I'm still stuck in this like melting headspace, like I just woke up and I can't shake it. And then I think maybe it's allergies, although I don't know anything, so who knows. Also, just genetically, I'm kind of fucked, so who knows. When you scroll so long, and you start seeing Shaggy memes again. I'm back, bitch. I mean, now there's a brand new source of the Shaggy memes. There's the Scooby-Dooby-Doo Shaggy adventure, which, to be honest, fair enough, honestly. Like, if they made a Fred or whatever his name is, he's like a Chad wearing an ascot or something, like a closeted Chad, I guess. The only other one I would accept a movie of, or an animated movie of, or any sort of Scooby-Doo related thing is Velma. Is it Velma? The girl who wears the glasses and the goddamn orange turtleneck. Her and Shaggy having some sort of weird, obscure love movie happening. I think it'd be great because they offset each other. Velma's way too serious and like nihilistic, and then goddamn Shaggy is this dopey, lovely human being who just enjoys life. They offset each other. She can like do the math for him, and he could just, you know, he's gonna be a leech. Honestly, it's probably a not great relationship for Velma, but you know. Oh, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today. Nice suit, Vader. Must have cost you an arm and a leg. Ew. All right. All right. Sometimes these ones I'm just like, okay. I don't know why. I think a part of it is the AO. If it was just silence, like just both of them looking at each other with blank expressions, I think that would be more enjoyable. But it's like the that makes it kind of like, oh, like too much. Like there's not enough subtlety here, you know? I'm a prude. I don't know. A meme prude. Stop saying okay boomer. 10 for dinosaurs. Oh, my stomach, man. It's turned to... Ow. I saw my boy across the bar tell some girl he travels for work. The man delivers pizza. He's not a liar. But he does God's work, guys. Delivering pizza, just like Santa. Oh my God, that reminds me. There is this like meme. It's not even like, it's just a clip, but this clip just breaks your heart. It's like this pizza delivery man that just feels like he basically stumbles and like drops a pizza. And he looks like a guy in his 30s or something. But anyways, he drops the pizza and he looks like the world crumbles in his eyes. And it's the most like sorrow-filled thing. Like, yeah, I don't know why. My heart goes out to this guy. If you guys have seen that clip I'm talking about. But yeah, it's like this guy who was wearing glasses like stumbles and drops a pizza. And he's just like, again, his body exudes like just I'm so sorry. I dropped the pizza, and you're like, oh, dude, it could be dirty and shit. I'll just take it. I'll buy it. I'll buy it from you and throw it in the trash and tell you that you're okay. But Jesus. Also, parents, did you have toddlers? No. No. Man, having so many nephews and nieces, shit's real. Shit's crazy. Oh, when you wake up at 3 a.m. I'm sorry. I just see the cat's stupid face to the left. When you wake up at 3 a.m. to go to the bathroom and your cat has to fulfill his obligation to watch you pee. Oh, it's just a yawn. Okay. I thought it was gonna be something like when you go into a bathroom after your siblings or your father or your mother, and you're like, why have you done this? Oh, last part, we were watching like memes or something. It's from a movie where these three businessmen are eating at a dining restaurant, and someone like rips ass, and they both all start gagging and screaming, "Who did this to me?" Good times. Oh, we should stop it again. These shouldn't be 30 minutes. A ticket to hell has never been funnier. TOCA?
Nope, it's the YMCA.
When you drink water after chewing gum. God, like ice gum? It has to be ice gum, right? Like that, like mint gum when you're like, oh, it feels so unappealing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. This was lovely. Woke me up a little bit, although I still am in this weird, like, sealed... It feels like I'm encased in gel. You know what I mean? It's not good. Anyways, regardless, of course, there is a lovely subscription button right there. Lovely, why not? As well as 2 videos to my far right. I appreciate you endlessly. Thank you for your time, and goodbye.